Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is talk about equivalent fractions. And this may seem like a lot at first, but we're going to read this together and then we're going to work it out. So, Sam has this shaded figure. Okay, there it is, as you can see. Which figure has an equal shaded amount? So then you actually have to notice down here, these models are already shaded for you, ready for you to figure out. So what I want you to do is pause this video and see if you can figure this out on your own. It might take you a little bit. Double check your work and then come back for the answer and we'll go over it together. All right, so I'm going to read it once again. Sam has this shaded figure. And I noticed that instantly. Here's what I should be doing. When I see fractions and I see that it's a model only, I need to start turning it into a numerator and a denominator. So I notice I have 4 total pieces. Total pieces I have is fourths. That's our denominator. Now we have 1, 2, 3 shaded pieces. So this figure is 3/4. Numerator of 3, denominator of 4. Now I need to notice the question asks which figure has an equal shaded amount. So this equal, we want to find an equivalent fraction or an equivalent model. I can't tell by any of these, just based off of what they look like, if they're equivalent to 3/4. So here is what I'm going to have to do. I have to once again turn them all into a visual fraction with a numerator and a denominator. Now it doesn't matter where your pieces are shaded. It's still 2 shaded parts out of, and this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be 2, 6. Down here I've got 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total pieces. So this is 3/5. This is where they start to get a little bigger, so I have to be careful. I see that there are 2 pieces not shaded, and I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means I must have 8/10 since 2 are not shaded out of 10. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total pieces. Only 2 are not shaded out of here also, so this is going to be 6/8, and I can double check by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded pieces. Now, I've got all my fractions. Well, instantly, none of these really catch my eye. They still seem like, whew, that's still a lot. So here's what I can do. I can definitely cross multiply to figure out, okay, what is going to be my area here. I could also eliminate some answer choices from the benchmark fraction 1/2. So 3/4, this is obviously greater than 1/2. So any of these that are either equal to 1/2 or less than 1/2 can be eliminated. Well, I'll start with A. I notice there's 2 pieces shaded and I can't kind of put them together to see if they're half just off the model. But I do see I have a denominator of 6, a numerator of 2. 2, 6 is actually less than 1/2 because what's half of 6? 3. And since you only have 2 pieces instead of 3, this is less than 1/2, which instantly can't be equal to 3/4. So once I've got that out of the way, I see all of these actually are going to be greater than 1/2. So now here's where I'm going to cross multiply. Okay, I'm going to bring 3/4 down beside. And remember, when you cross multiply, you can start at any denominator. I start at 5. 5 times 3, it's going to give me 15. 4 times 3 gives me 12. Are these 2 equal numbers? They're not. So these fractions are not equivalent. So I can eliminate as I go. Sometimes to separate them, people like to circle. Sometimes I do that to make sure they're separated from my fraction. So we can do that. Now I'm going to put my 3/4 beside 8/10. And I'm going to say 10 times 3, what is it? Well, that's 30. What's 8 times 4? Well, instantly I know it's not 30, so they're not going to be equivalent. But to finish it out, 8 times 4 is 32, or 4 times 8. So they can't be. Now I'm only left with 1. Oh gosh, what if it's not equivalent? That would be crazy. But we're going to finish it out. 3/4. So I have 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24. So they are going to be equal. Another way I can look at this, if I rewrite them out side by side, I notice that my denominator and my numerator, if I divide these by 2 over 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So wow, they are going to be equivalent. Either way you work it out. So 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4. So our answer choice is D.